The Tyrants beat us back. We had to regroup. My army was pursued north by Eris's army and took refuge in the stony sept in the Riverlands. When the Targaryen army entered the town, the sept bells tolled, a signal to the townspeople of the battle that was to come. As the Targaryens surged from house to house for me, the combined forces of Ned Stark and the Tullys swept into the city. Gods, what a day that was. It's now known as the Battle of the Bell. We overwhelmed the Mad King's forces and sent them scampering back to King's Landing.
Oh my God.
Rhaegar, who started the whole damn thing, finally emerged from hiding in the south and assembled his own army to face us. As for the Mad King, he must have been pissing himself. The battle that would decide the fate of the Seven Kingdoms occurred at the crossing of the Green Fork of the Trident River. Rhaegar commanded the royal host, which was some 40,000 strong. My forces were outnumbered by nearly 5,000 men. But that didn't matter. They were fresh, but we were battle-hardened and had justice on our side. As the battle raged around us, I faced off with Rhaegar, the stag and the dragon right there in the ford of the river. I fought with the fury of 10 men, raining blow after blow upon that vile prince, before burying my warhammer in his chest. I hit him so hard, the rubies on his armor broke free, flinging them into the stream. They call it the Ruby Ford now. With that scum Rhaegar dead and the royal army shattered, our next move was to make for King's Landing. But I'd sustained a few wounds in the battle and was unable to rise. I sent Ned Stark to the capital to face the Mad King and make him pay for his crimes.
The Targaryens, blood as a dragon and the last of old Valyria, were loved by their subjects and admired far and wide as the greatest dynasty in the history of the Western world. But the peace and prosperity of nearly 3 centuries of Targaryen rule was shattered by the usurper, Robert Baratheon, and his band of traitors. House Baratheon owed its very existence to the Targaryens. Was it not Aegon the Dragon himself who elevated the bastard Orys Baratheon in the War of Conquest? And what of the Starks, the Lannisters, the Aryans of the Vale? All had been spared and allowed to keep their lands when Aegon could easily have wiped them out. Centuries later, the usurper and his allies repaid Aegon's benevolence with treachery. There are some who dare to claim Robert and his allies had reason to rebel. They say the Crown Prince stole the usurper's lady love. They say my father, King Aerys, murdered Rickard Stark and his son without just cause. Whether these charges are true or not, it doesn't matter. The dragon answers to no one. Aerys' good name has been besmirched in the years since the rebellion. He's been called a dangerous madman, a monster, a tyrant that brought his tragic end upon himself. Lies! My father was a victim of weaklings in his council, rackwits who failed him in his hour of need and let the rebellion spin out of control. But it was nothing else.
Nice.
The royal army was crushed at the Battle of the Trident. It was there the valiant Rhaegar met Robert in single combat, but the gods betrayed him, and he perished by the usurper's hand. As the field of fire had marked the end of the Andal centuries before, the Battle of the Trident seemed to herald the end of the Dragon. When word reached the capital of my brother Rhaegar's death, my father Aerys moved to protect me, as I was the surviving heir to the throne. He sent me to the island fortress of Dragonstone, along with my mother, Queen Rhaela, who was great with child. But as my father, my king, Aerys Targaryen, prepared to defend his throne to the bitter end, little did he know of the horrors and betrayal that awaited him.
For our rebellion to succeed, siege, King's Landing had to be taken forcefully. No one was foolish enough to believe that Aerys was going to hand his crown over peacefully. The Mad King's reign needed to end. What Tywin Lannister's forces did was unfortunate, but it was necessary to secure the Iron Throne and bring peace and justice to the Seven Kingdoms. My glorious victory at the Trident left me wounded, but I sent my personal maester to attend to Sir Barristan Selmy instead. His wounds were more severe. Even though Sir Barristan was a member of Aerys's Kingsguard and fought on the opposing side, that man's bravery and loyalty was something to behold. But this meant my wounds would take longer to heal, and I couldn't ride to King's Landing myself. I sent the one man I trusted over anyone else in this world, Ned Stark, in my place. Had I been able to ride, perhaps I could have reached King's Landing sooner and prevented some of the violence that occurred when the Lannisters entered the city. Still, what Lord Tywin did was for the greater good. Even what happened to Princess Elia and her children. Babies or no, theirs was the same cursed blood that flowed within the Mad King's veins. They were dragon spawn and couldn't be allowed to survive. What were they going to be? Loyal subjects. Ned with his damn northern honor. He and I had our first major fight over the deaths of the Targaryen children. Ned called it murder. Murder. It was war. It was war. Old Stark demanded that the Lannisters be held responsible for their crimes. Was it a crime to put an end to a family of lunatics born of incest? I wouldn't and still won't blame Tywin.
The enemy has
Instead, I sent Ned Stark south to finish off the remaining Targaryen loyalists. It was only Lyanna Stark's death that reconciled us. Ned had lost his sister. I had lost my betrothed and beloved. We shared that sad bond against my ally. Through it, our friendship was made stronger. As for the Mad King's surviving heirs, those that were able to scurry away in the face of my fury now live somewhere across the narrow sea. They had best stay there. If they ever set foot on Westeros again, they would face the King's justice.
Robert Baratheon's victory at the Trident was a turning point in the war for the Iron Throne. While it was clear the gods were smashing the Robber's forces, Aerys Targaryen still held the Red Keep at King's Landing. As Robert was wounded and unable to ride, it was up to Eddard Stark to make for the capital and force the Mad King to give up the throne. Lord Stark reached the city gates to find that Tywin Lannister, Lord of Casterly Rock, had already sacked the city in Robert's name. House Lannister had remained neutral up to this point, ignoring
enemy teleporter destroyed.
Now that Robert's eventual history was assured, it seemed Lord Tywin. Lord Eddard was horrified by what he saw when he entered the city. Homes looted and burned.
Penta kill, motherfucker!
Disgusted, he led his force up the Sennius Hill to the Red
Let's play the game.
Upon entering the throne room, he found King Aerys lying in a pool of blood, dead by the hand of his own sworn.
I can't get up top.
Who sat, waiting. Demanding another whereabouts to see through.
Oh, he got me.
The Queen and her son Viserys had been spirited away to Dragonstone before the Lannisters
Enemy
arrived.
teleporter
But
located.
other members of the royal family were not reported. Elia, Martell of Dawn, who was the wife of Prince Rhaegar, had been raped and murdered by Sir Grigor of Clegane on Lord Tywin's orders. Sir Grigor and his man had also butchered Rhaegar's young children. When Robert was well enough to reach the capital, Lord Eddard demanded the Lannisters answer for their heinous crimes. Robert refused, and sent him south to relieve the Baratheon stronghold at Storm's End, which was still under siege by forces loyal to the land. Whatever Ray's heart was not truly but Lord Eddard is said to have left England. Later, when Robert was president, he appointed John Aarons as the king. Lord Aarons therefore was the broker of truth for the Martells of Gordon, who were outraged by the brutal murder of Princess Emily and her children. Following the death of Aarons' son, who had been betrothed to Robert, houses Baratheon and Lannister were joined in marriage when the new king took Tywin Lannister's eldest daughter Cersei as his bride. As for Eddard Stark, he returned to his stronghold of Winterfell, forever haunted by his sister's death, and the shameful way Robert secured from him. The Battle of the Trident may have been an important victory for the Titans, but it was the treachery and barbarism of Tywin Lannister sealed the fate of the Titans.
His turret's almost down.
My father, King Aerys, had ever been a friend to the lines of the rock. Aerys graciously brought Tywin to court, making him the youngest hand of the king in history. He gave him help. He gave him respect. He made it possible for Tywin to restore House Lannister to glory. Aerys and Tywin governed side by side for 20 prosperous years. Still, when the usurper called his banners in rebellion, Tywin Lannister ignored his king's pleas for help and stayed holed up in his stronghold at Casterly Rock.
Enemy
In time, my brother, Prince Rhaegar, was dead. The realm was in turmoil, and the usurper's forces were rested. What a glorious sight it must have been when a force of 10,000 Lannister men showed up at the gate of the capital with Lord Tywin at their head, pledging support to his beleaguered king.
I have secured the payload.
Aerys
Let's
opened the gates for his old friend. Instead, Lannister and his men proceeded to plunder and destroy the city.
Oh my god! He's so short. I couldn't hit him.
As the capital was ravaged and its people terrorized, Jaime Lannister, son of Lord Tywin, proved every bit as treacherous. He killed my father, the king, at the foot of the Iron Throne. The Lannisters entered the Red Keep and Tywin ordered the deaths of the rest of the royal family. It is said Princess Rhaenys was found cowering under her father's bed and put to the sword. She was hanged. As for Rhaegar's widow, Elia, she was forced to watch as Lannister thugs dashed her baby son's head against the wall before being raped and murdered herself. As I was the heir to my father's throne, I had been spirited away to Dragonstone with my mother, Queen Rhaenys, who was his child. As a raging summer storm battered the island fortress and destroyed the Targaryen fleet as it lay at anchor, my sister, Daenerys, was drowned. My mother, the Queen, died in bed. Now, some 17 years later, the rightful king still lives in exile.
Excuse me, man.
I was scared as Adrian Dragon and
Rhaegar Targaryen lay dead on the banks of the Tyne. His royal army shattered and in retreat. The days of the Dragon King were clear. Until that moment, it would have been foolish to commit Casterly Rock to either the crown or the rebellion. What will our family have to gain supporting a raving loudmouth? Or in entering the crusade to put Robert Baratheon on the Iron Throne? But chaos benefits me. It is time for House Lannister to ensure a return of peace and prosperity to the land.
Yeah, I know.
I, Tywin Lannister, brought 10,000 Lannister troops to the gates of King's Landing in order to bring the bloodshed to a quick and decisive conclusion. King Aerys had been sending ravens for months, begging